Hello, welcome to the ITL. That's probably, I don't know if you can hear it right now or not, but I've heard the test video. That actually, yes, I do test videos. I've been getting a little bit of a noise buzzing through the microphone, and my microphone's getting aged a little bit, the actual microphone part itself. Yeah, I could. It's coming up due for replacement. I'm talking about not the wireless pack, the microphone itself, which is right about in here. You can see the wire right in there. And being out in the garage, even actually in my back lawn just a little bit, you can actually I get a lot of interference through the overhead power lines in the transformer. And actually I got a transformer right not too far from me at all. And I have like a spider web of power lines going over the back of my property. Which, I mean, Suburban Rider and actually Navy Thomas 8 both can confirm this one. But, I mean, and it seems like I'm getting a lot of interference from that. There's nothing I can really do except for changing my video location, and I'm not going to do that right now as long as you can understand me. Eventually I'm going to have to just replace the microphone, and that'll take care of it a little bit. It's always been there a little bit in the back, a teeny bit in the background, but not as nearly as bad as it's been showing up lately. But it is what it is. And I'd like to start this ITL out by saying Happy New Year's for the people that haven't seen this video before the New Year, and for you guys that see this on the day it's posted. I hope you have a great New Year. Yes, this it's been one heck of a life. This last year it's been a roller coaster. It really has. Got a lot of new things in the life, and one of them was the ham radio, yeah. And I mean, it's just healing up, moving on, learning new things, and that's what life should be. Life should be that way. If you're not healing up from something, you should be moving on and learning new things. And even as if you're the old, say you're in your 90s, 100s, 200, it doesn't matter to me. If you haven't learned at least one new thing every day, then you're doing something wrong in my eyes. That's just the way I view things. But yeah, and sadly, I bring you guys along with me with all my new adventures. Which you see the goat a little bit in the front here. Actually, I just got done starting her up and running her, and I'm gonna drain the carburetor out a little bit on it. It's been a little while since it's been actually ridden, but it's not due to anything to the bike, or actually not too strongly about me either. It's just a lot of it's been on the weather, not be able to actually pick the leg up and mount the poor girl. It's just with this damp, chilly weather, it's just hard to do it. The muscles inside just don't want to let me do it. So I gotta get it stretched out enough to be able to do it. And also, I mean, I'm not going to be riding any type of chances of ice this year. There's no way. No way in heck I'm going to do that. But it is what it is. And to bring up about the goat, reason about the goat is that's another thing about the ham radios. I have actually, and I know you guys, some of you guys are just like going to glaze over on this one. Actually the ham radio, I've actually thought of it. I'm actually learning quite a bit about this little Belfang radio that I got. The DV5R. My mind just went blank. I'll be taking it along with me, along with what is a backpack antenna, they just call it. Until I get it in, on order and get it in, I'm going to go ahead and just go what they call a field antenna, which is just a dipole, a vertical dipole. And that way I can hang up in a tree and get signals out. And I may take these guys on with me with the camera and everything, just every now and then, just to show that I'm doing it. And maybe if I learn something new, maybe I'll catch it on video and show it to you guys. But I'm also planning on getting a magnetic vertical whip style antenna for the ham radio. That way I can actually magnetically hook it onto one of my ammo cans in the rear and have it hooked onto my radio. And you say, well, why do that? Well, the Belfang radios comes with what is called an earbud. And actually, part of this conversation actually came up with between me and Ron C. And actually, I'll try to remember to leave a link to his channel down in the subscription. But him and I was talking back and forth. He's just down in Virginia somewhere. And anyway, we were talking back and forth, and I mentioned about how, you know, it'd be kind of cool to use them like an intercom system. And you can, or you do it easily. I mean, they go line of sight, and basically, if you go by an intercom system which works off Bluetooth, that's just line of sight too. I mean, it doesn't. After so long, you're out of touch, even if you can see them. But this goes line of sight. As long as you can see them, you can pretty much communicate with them, as far as around here goes. And you figure you spend maybe $20, under $20 actually, for the Balfang radio off of Amazon times or eBay, and you can you spend another $15 and do a little bit of studying, which most people can actually pass the technician course test. I mean, and yeah, I struggled with it, but I have other things that compile on top of it. And if you're dyslexic, you're going to have a slight hard time. But yeah, or if you absolutely just had nothing to do with in your life with theories of electricity and stuff, you have a hard time a little bit. But if it's all memorization, you pack it down and pack it in, and you take the test. And even if you pass by one, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Only you and the person giving the test will ever know. And even if the person giving the test doesn't tell you, he says you pass, you'll never know. So it doesn't really matter if you pass by 1 or 100%. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, once you get your feet wet and you start using it, you'll learn the rest of it. That's what I was told anyway. But anyway, you could use these as an intercom system. You say, oh, well, how do you do that? Well, because you got to push to talk. You know what I mean? No, you don't. You don't have to use the PTT button on the handset. They have what it's called a Vox, V-O-X. And what it is it uses your voice to actually kick in the PTT setup, push-to-talk setup. And it's they give you an earbud set with the radio. And what I'm planning on doing is having it where I got one ear, because it's only one ear, and have it basically Velcroed into the helmet, the microphone itself, because it's only like 5 inches maybe down from the earbud. And then it's got 10 settings on the Vox to eliminate for background noise. And if that's not quite enough, I mean, you can always use a cover, like a foam cover or something, to help try to get the wind noise down, which my helmet's it's not the loudest helmet I've ever had, but it's still a loud helmet. So I'm going to have to, I'll be practicing. And while you're riding along, it'll cut out and talk, I mean, just like an intercom system. And it'll be a cheap way for, I mean, to have one set up. So, I mean, am I going to get rid of my Cena setup? Heck no. I'll still have that in my helmet. But on the other hand, too, you've been talking about if you know somebody that cannot afford the $100+ for a Cena or whatever, a scale rider or whatever, this would be a cheap set for them to get their feet wet into it and be able to talk to you while you're on motorcycles and stuff. And I'm like, this is actually a good idea. You can actually get the helmet set up where there's got the 2 speakers on each side and you got the microphone wire. You can actually get that. You're still talking like $20. That's $20 extra. But if you could use what came with the radio, you're good. You're set up good. That's just I'm mixing. I don't want to ham radio my subscribers. The large amount of subscribers I do have that don't have the interest. But I am trying to show an entryway to mix our interest of motorcycles, daily life, and have a ham radio also. I mean, yes, ham radio considers a hobby, but you can actually use it as a tool. You can use it in your daily life. Now, I am just starting getting into it, and I'm actually finding more and more of, I got a heck of a sized bird in my tree, more and more of how you can use the ham radio in your life. And actually, this is recorded on Friday. Last night was Thursday, of course, and I was on Dante Fox's Hangout. And I always, for the last 3-4 days, actually 3 days, I had my ham radio pretty much on constantly monitoring, because I was able to get onto one repeater in my area with it without having the stock rubber duck antenna. And I'm always monitoring it, and I haven't gotten my first contact yet. I could have had it last night, but I didn't want to interrupt Dante's hangout. I could have. I wasn't prepared to what was going on at the time. They kind of had like a kind of a repeater hangout, you might as well call it. When they came up, it was around 9 o'clock, and they came up and it was just chattering away. And I turned it down a little bit, but I still wanted to hear it a little bit. So I was hoping it wasn't interfering with the hangout. But it was like, But next week I'm planning on, what I'm doing is muting myself if I'm on a hangout, then turn around and do my stuff for a few minutes on the radio, then get back onto the hangout with Dante. That way I'm introducing myself in the area and everything out, all that jazz. But yeah, I was able to get on. There's like 5, maybe 6 readers in my area. Like 2 or 3 of them are not running most of the time. And one that actually in Ohio, it's because I live at basically a hop, not even a hop, skip and jump, just a hop away from Ohio. It's a couple miles further away than the one I'm on. The one I'm on is actually 4 miles away, which ain't bad. It's right around 4 miles away. It's not bad for a low rubber duck antenna with the ham radio inside of a house on top of that. So it's not bad at all. But the other one I can't get away. It's just out of my reach. So hopefully whenever I get my new antenna in at the end of next month, that I'll be able to reach that one. If I can't, I'm planning on building other antennas, which I'm planning on showing on my channel. There's a few antennas I'm planning on building, and actually the field the field antenna that I'm planning on building, it's really they're easy, simple. For a hand radio, HT. It can be used, and it can be used to basically get yourself out of a pinch. But I'm going to go ahead and show that. I mean, dipoles are easy to actually build, but I'll go ahead and do that. And this field antenna is nothing new. It's back from the Stone Age, but it's something that a lot of people forget about. But I mean, ham radios is not going to be 100% of what the channel is. No way, no. I still got my welding, which I've put off to the side for the last few weeks. It's just not on my priority list right now. Use that little welder. I do got my cart going. I got pieces cut out to put on the cart. I just put it aside because I just got too much going with the holidays and with taking the testing for the ham radio and everything. But I'll be getting back to that. My riding, I'm not stopped. I've slowed down a teeny bit this last couple of years, but I'm not stopping. And I'm planning on getting back up basically getting back on the bike and ride more. I'm planning on keep going on that. And I do ride a lot more than I show. That's it, the thing though. I do ride a lot more, and I video record all the time while I'm riding. I might not talk, but I do have the camera running. And I just choose not to use that video. But yeah, I mean, I got plans for the new year coming up. Hopefully it'll work out, hopefully not. I will actually, it's dropped down one and came back up one. I've been trying to keep you guys up because I'm getting excited about this, because up until lately, I haven't been really looking at my sub count on the channel. And whenever I get closer to the 800 mark, and I've been, like I mentioned before, I was like, come on, 790, come on, 800. And I just wanted to break that 800 mark before the end of the year. I actually hit the 800 mark. Actually, I hit it, I dropped down to 799, and then today, I hit the 800 mark yet again. So, yes, I'm hitting the 800 mark. I'm bouncing off of that. And losing one or two, it happens. So, I wasn't let down about it or anything. It's just, I like to get past the 800 mark. The 100 subscriber mark, and that way I can move on. Because to get this channel to be monetized, which is one of my goals, is to be monetized yet again, so it'll start supporting itself yet again. Because I mean, yes, I didn't make a lot of money being monetized before, because I was a small channel still. It was still enough once a year to be able to, I mean, throw a little bit of gas in the bike, throw a set of tires, maybe pick something up to show on the channel and to kind of review. And I'm not going to keep joking around about it. I actually used this stuff in day-to-day life. And it was it just helped out in that aspect. And yet, I'm hoping that I'll be able to upgrade some of the stuff I have for the channel. Be able to get more in to kind of show and say, hey, look at this, look what I found. This can be useful for this and that. And keep it on a budget too. And that's been my term goal, is to try to keep most of this stuff on a budget, a small budget. That way, the average man, the hard-working blue-collar man, can actually say, you know what, I can do this, I can do that, I can get that, and do what they really want to do in life, instead of just work, sleep, go back to work, sleep, go back to work, eat every now and then, sleep every now and then, have some love time with the wife or loved one, whatever. It doesn't matter. But your life is just a ring. And you need hobbies. You need outlets. You need to be able to learn new things, keep your mind going. Which I think a lot of the old-timers and senility and stuff has actually come from, because people have gotten stagnant. They're not really learning as much as they don't. It's not the total answer why that all this is going on, but it is a teeny part, I think. But yeah, I was hoping to keep this short, and then yet again, I was like Jerry Seinfeld, talked about a lot of nothing in a long period of time. This is MuzzleMike. Hoping you all have a great new year, and I hope you're having a great new year whatever time you watch this, and have a wonderful week. This is MuzzleMike signing out. 73.